And welcome to the Raleigh County Convention Center. The Little General Battle for the Armory as video production has the championship game of the PEPSI division. It's the Wyoming East Warriors 4-0 taking on the Princeton Tigers 6-1. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have Andrew Boland producing and directing, and the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, on camera. And Eric, this championship game of the PEPSI division, the winner will get more than an ice-cold Pepsi, but I think it's going to be an outstanding game between two quality teams.
Hey, two quality teams and two well-coached teams, and two teams that really will have contrasting styles here tonight, Maris.
Well, you look at these two teams in Wyoming East, 4-0 on the young season, and Princeton 6-1, and Princeton a Class 4A team in basketball, where Wyoming East a AA. And as we've stated in many of our basketball broadcasts, but before, not just in this particular game, but in other games, that to me, when you get to basketball, classes really don't matter. You have players or you don't. You can play. To me, there's no such thing as a single A player, a double A player, etc. You can play or you can't play, and both of these teams are loaded with players that can play.
Yeah, both teams have players that are basketball lifers, and they get out and play on the AAU circuit, gym rats, all the cliches you can use. Both teams have a few players that can get up and down the court.
Yeah, Princeton was dominant in their win yesterday against Mount Hope Christian. They won that game by the score of 99-47, and a lot of guys really contributed. They had they had four guys in double figures and a couple of other guys on the cusp of double figures. They were led in scoring by Chase Hancock, and we talk about Chase Hancock every time we do a Princeton game. It seems like he has played forever. He had 18 in the game, and Chris Joyce had 18. Nick Fleming chipped in with 12 and 14 for Sarton as well. So Princeton, like I said, they had multiple guys that was able to score yesterday. And you take a look at Wyoming East. Wyoming East, they defeated Charleston Catholic 52-46. And their leading scorer, Garrett Mitchell, came into the game averaging 20. Now, he didn't quite get that, but I think that they're really going to have a lot of points. He's going to – I'll say this. Wyoming's best players will have to be their best players, including Garrett Mitchell. He's going to have to do, obviously, more than score, but he'll have to score more. I think you'll agree, score more here today than what he did yesterday.
Yeah, and just the fact that the point that you brought up that had a chance to talk with Coach Derek Brooks, and he actually said pretty much verbatim what you said about Princeton. You left one player out. They had Dom Collins came off the bench with 10, so they had five players
in double
figures, and two knocking on the 20-point total door. And he said, what Coach Brooks said, what they're going to have to do is probably control tempo, and they have people that can score as do Wyoming East, but Wyoming East has two prolific scorers where they have 3 or 4.
Well, I'm looking forward. It ought to be a great matchup. 4-0 Wyoming East against 6-1 Princeton. We'll take our first pregame break, come back and get you ready. We're about 5 or 6 minutes away from tipping this one off as you're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the guys to call for windows, siding, and doors.
You know why?
Sure I do. Because of Window World of Beckley, we install energy-efficient windows, siding, and doors to homeowners all throughout southern West Virginia.
We'll give you our promise: superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
We make financing easy with our no interest for 18 months.
Don't wait. There's no better time like the present.
Call us at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW.
first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Back here at the Raleigh County Convention Center, the Little General Battle for the Armory, the championship game of the Pepsi division. And Eric, we've had one game played already. That was the third place game, and that was a battle between Charleston Catholic and Mount Hope Christian. And 79-52 was the Charleston Catholic win over Mount Hope Christian. So now this is the championship game of the Pepsi division. And first of all, your quick keys. First of all, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Princeton Tigers, what's their key to beat Wyoming East here this afternoon?
To have that pressure really affect the Wyoming East Warriors and really get the ball out of Cole Lambert's hands and Garrett Mitchell's hands and have other players try to beat you offensively.
And on the flip side, for the home standing Wyoming East, at least on the scoreboard here this evening, and the coach Derek Brooks, what would be, you think, Wyoming East plans? As a matter of fact, I saw you were over chatting with both Derek and his father Herbie. You're getting all the inside information on Wyoming East.
I had to get some inside information, and this is straight from Coach Brooks, and he said that they're going to have to help Cole. He has a guard more than capable of breaking pressure, but his other guy's going to have to run to the ball, not retreat from it, to handle the pressure and really get into their offense.
Well, looking forward to what we think is going to be an outstanding matchup, and we're about a couple minutes away from getting it started. Take one more break, come back and get the ball in the air between 4-0 Wyoming East and 6-1 Princeton. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory, the Pepsi title game, right here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, getting you ready for the Pepsi Division title game between Wyoming East 4-0 against Princeton 6-1. Princeton being introduced now. They're wearing the black uniforms trimmed in white, orange, and royal blue. Wyoming East, the home team, will be wearing white uniforms trimmed in green. As we take a look at the starting lineup for Princeton and Coach Rob Williams, it'll be Nick Fleming, Gavin Stover, Chase Hancock, Chris Joyce, and Coven Sarton will be the starting 5 for the Tigers. For Wyoming East, they'll go, as you see on the screen, Cole Lambert, Jacob Howard, Jackson Daniels. Actually, it's Daniel's son, I beg your pardon. It says Daniels on our screen, but it's actually Daniel's son. Because when I saw Jackson Daniels, the first thing I would think of, you think, well, Jack Daniels, but no, it's actually Daniel's son, so we apologize for that. Garrett Mitchell and Bryson Huff are the starters for Coach Brooks' Wyoming East Warriors. So, Eric, I think we're going to be in for a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. And as I stated, I think they're two contrasting styles, and I think Wyoming East probably wants this game to be in the 50s, to really have a chance to win it.
So we're ready to put the ball in the air, and it'll be Fleming will be in the center circle for the Tigers of Princeton. And let's see who will jump for Wyoming East. It'll be Danielson, it looks like, who initially was going to be in the center circle, and he may be, as he is. And we're ready to get this game underway between Wyoming East in white and Princeton there in their dark uniforms. So we are all set, ball in the air, and we're underway. Wyoming East controls the tip, going to the basket to my right. So Princeton will start out in a man-to-man. Wyoming East, this is one thing we talked about, Eric. We like the way they spread the floor. They have a lot of cutters, and here's a nice drive to the basket by Mitchell, and his shot's blocked. Mitchell, the team's leading scorer for Wyoming East, his first drive has his shot rejected, and there's a travel as that three is no good after it was made by Joyce.
Yeah, and that was unfortunate. He did take an extra step before spotting up and shooting, but you have to like what you got out of that first possession if you're Wyoming East, because you got an attack to the basket, just wasn't able to finish. Good defensive play by Princeton.
Yeah, you want Garrett Mitchell, your team's leading scorer, to be very aggressive with the ball, and now they double team him and turn him over. So here come the Tigers on the attack. There's a drive into the lane and one. What a nice take to the basket that time for Stover for Princeton. He gets the hoop and the harm, and Eric, he scored 6 yesterday.
And as we see here on the attack, yes, Stover scored 6 yesterday, and nice drive and finish with the left. I got a little nugget that I found out as we look at the lefty spot up. His mother graduated with Coach Derek Brooks.
Wow. Well, what I was going to say there is he had 6 yesterday, and with that made free throw, he's already got half of the number of points already here in the first minute than he did all of yesterday.
And we talked about at the top of the game about all the scorers that Princeton has, and that's just adding a little more fuel to their fire.
So right now, Princeton really D'ing up Wyoming East, making it difficult to try to find maybe a cutter or slasher to the basket.
And I tell you what this Princeton team does, they're such physical players. As we see the putback by Jacob Howard, Maris, they're going to make the refs blow the whistle. They're going to play aggressive.
And Howard does what he does by that putback. He's a guy that gives them that kind of things that don't show up in the scorebook, Eric. The hustle plays like that putback right there.
And that's what you have to have, if you want to beat a team the caliber of Princeton.
Fleming with a nice spin move and a nice little shot right of the lane. I think Fleming's a good-looking player.
Yeah, you hear about Chase Hancock and Chris Joyce, but Fleming is right up there.
So here's Wyoming East on the attack. Cochran, of course, he had a knee injury and he missed a couple of games. He'll play here this afternoon. Obviously, not in the starting lineup. There's a nice back door for Lambert to finish.
A great execution of the offense right there. Good set. Running and cutting to the basket with purpose.
Yeah, and that's what Wyoming East does so well. They spread you out, and like I said, they create those driving and passing lanes right to the basket, and Lambert, the recipient of that, a nice catch shoot. Here's a tough matchup for Wyoming East trying to guard Fleming in the post. Fleming just backs his man down in, little short shot. Tough matchup for Wyoming East trying to defend Fleming right there.
Yes, Fleming is two of two from the floor, and right there, that's easy pickings. Look for them maybe to run someone at him when he gets it in the post.
Yeah, Fleming with a wide body and the way he's built, and I mean that in a nice way. He's got a nice touch. Here's Lambert, his take to the basket, doesn't get it to go, but draws a foul. Good hard drive as he took the defender off the dribble and got to the rim, and he'll get to the line.
Yeah, and as you can see with Cole Lambert, this matchup right here with Stover is going to be key as we look at the instant replay. Just a good drive and hard take, not able to finish, but he was a perfect, I think, 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
And you jinxed him. So as you said that one pops out on him. But he didn't finish because he was fouled. He made a good hard take to the basket. Stover will come out of the game, and Princeton will dip into its bench, and Dom Collins will check in to the Princeton lineup.
Yeah, excuse me. He was 6 of 6 from the free throw line yesterday.
All right, so he'll shoot the back end. Will Lambert, he missed the first of 2 shots. Second shot on its way. Looks good and is. So back the other way comes Princeton. coming up on the 5-minute mark of quarter number 1. And there's where they want to go. Like I said, that's a nice place for Princeton to go with Fleming, and he traveled. Good defense that time by Wyoming East Danielson to force Fleming to the baseline. Last time, as you remember, Eric, Fleming able to get into the paint. This time they forced him to the baseline.
Yeah, and I think what Danielson has to do, last night he got caught with a couple of ball fakes and ended up picking 3 fouls. For Wyoming East to have a chance, he's going to have to stay on the court. Great defense. Going to be out on
that was great defense happening right in front of us.
By Collins coming in and throwing it off for Wyoming East. But as I was saying, Danielson's really going to have to play mistake-free in the post.
Here's Joyce on a take. Floaters up and in. That's a tough shot. Like I said, all these guys that we named, Hancock, Joyce, it seems like they've been around for Princeton forever. Like I think maybe they got a red shirt in a COVID year. They've been around so long. That ball's knocked out of bounds by Joyce.
And right now, as we look at the runner here on instant replay, Maris, this is a great take. As Joyce gets a high ball screen and gets into the lane. It was off balance but under control, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, and not only makes sense, but because of the soft touch, able to knock it down in the lane.
Yes.
So Wyoming East will have it side out just to our right.
And right off the top, Maris, they're really going to have to run their set strong.
Here's a 3-ball on the left side, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Princeton comes out of there with it with Collins. Head of the pack, nice finish by Fleming.
What a great pass.
Yeah, it's like a wide receiver catching it over his shoulder, lay it up and in. That's 6 points for Fleming. And that's the difference in the game right now, a 6-point Princeton lead. Mitchell with it, whips a pass to Howard, and Howard gets free for the layup. That was a nice play by Mitchell.
Well, patience broke that press right there. You don't have to go super fast, but you have to get it across in 10 seconds, which Wyoming East was able to do.
There's a nice take, but he missed the shot, Joyce. And here comes Wyoming East on the move. Lambert on the drive. Howard from the baseline left. In and out, no good. That ball looked like it was halfway down, popped out on him, and Fleming clears the boards for Princeton. Collins on the drive. Joyce will 3 it from the corner and hit. A 3-ball, a big splash down from the near side corner.
And a lot of contact after the shot, and I'm loving how they're letting them play through.
So we got a football score, Eric, 14-7. But, yeah, I like the way the officials, let them play. And as soon as I say that, they blow the whistle. But that was body contact right there as we watch this last 3-ball.
And as you can see, great drive and dish by Collins and the spot up. And
that was a foul.
That definitely was on the closeout.
I mean, the officials do a great job, and I know they don't have the video like we do, but, yeah, that was a closeout. That was definitely a foul that could have been and should have been perhaps a 4-point play opportunity for Princeton.
Yeah, and Princeton has picked up 2 fouls, one by Fleming and one by Stover.
So here's Princeton on the attack. Mitchell will dial it up for 3. That's going to be short. You could tell it was going to be short when he, when the ball left his hand. And here comes Hancock back the other way for Princeton. Fleming now. Fleming on the drive. Takes it to the rim, and it's a block. Did it go in? I didn't see.
Yes, it went in. It's going to be a chance for an and one here.
Let's say I was the official, and like I said, I've got to get used to watching the screen. I was watching the play. The official was standing there. Apparently it didn't go in because he's getting 2 shots.
We're going to watch the instant replay here. Maybe they called it on the ground.
A nice take. It did not go in.
Okay.
Well, like I said, the official was standing right in front of me. I need to learn. We have a second screen that I can use. But Fleming doing work. He's had a big first quarter. 7 points now?
Yeah, 7. Trying to tack on his 8th.
He's made 3 field goals, trying to make his second free throw, and he does.
Nice looking stroke. Good rotation.
And the biggest lead of the game is right here, and we got a timeout. So it's a, it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Of course, we'll be at the halfway point after this game, Eric. We've got 2 more games tonight in the Burger King division. The third-place game will be Oak Hill against Calvary Baptist. And then to wind out the event here, the Little General Battle for the Armory, the Burger King title game. And a lot of people really anxious to see that. Beckley getting their first win last night over Oak Hill takes on James Monroe with a 35-game winning streak.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a tremendous matchup. I think both teams with similar styles. I think James Monroe shoots the ball consistently better at the moment than Beckley. So I think Beckley's inside presence, and inside game might be the difference if they're going to try to pull off a win against James Monroe.
And the one thing I think James Monroe will want the pace maybe fairly quick, maybe not as quick as Beckley, but they'll want to play a fast-paced game tonight.
And that's why it's going to be such an exciting game to cover.
So out of the timeout, Wyoming East has it. Biggest lead of the game right here at 9.
Switching up the defenses here if you're Princeton. They got
a zone going. And Howard, there's a blocking foul on Princeton. And I was going to say, as impressive as Princeton has been on the offensive end of the floor, I think they've been even better on the defensive end of the floor, but the fouls is committed that time by Princeton.
Yeah, and that was a foul on the floor by Cohen Sarton, picks up his first and the team's third.
So Princeton will pack that zone in, and I guess they're trying to keep Wyoming East from having lanes and ball screens to get to the rim. As Mitchell cut him off, good defense. There's Lambert down the lane. And he draws the foul. Lambert will get to the line.
I've got to tell you, the Cole Lambert is a good basketball player. He makes right cuts, really, really under control, and he's usually a knockout free throw shooter when he gets to the line.
So Lambert will be up to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Makes the first one. And the second of the two-shot opportunity, and he missed it. So he's gone to the line 4 times. He's 2 of 2 here. And here comes Hancock. Nice drive to the basket, 2 of 4. What did I say, 2 of 2?
2 of 2.
I meant to say 2 of 4. I meant that he made 2 and missed 2. And here's Lambert with it now.
See, way to reset the offense right there. He is a true point guard. Good things happen in high school when you have a good floor general.
Wyoming East works it around. Mitchell with it, coming off a ball screen. Mitchell on the drive. Mitchell attacks the rim. Can't quite get it to go, but a nice rebound by Danielson. There's a little floater on the left baseline. Good. I was screened out. I didn't see who knocked that down. That might have been Danielson right there that made that shot.
No, I think Danielson was on the rebound and Hodges maybe.
Maybe it was. There's a missed shot by Princeton.
No, Huff. It was Huff.
Fleming with the rebound, a nice dish to Hancock, and he'll shoot 2. You're right, it was Huff with a nice floater.
Let's watch it here on the instant replay so we can get it right. Yeah, great pass, nice floater. Yes.
Eric,
that was Bryson Huff.
I wasn't very smart to begin with, but I've become much smarter since we have video. And I
thought
see
you was
going
to say because you had me as a partner.
Well, that too. You keep me in line, but since we got the video, I don't miss nothing, even when I do miss it.
That's Chase Hancock's first point of the game, of the contest.
So you've got another one coming. He made the front end of the 2-shot opportunity, and Hancock now to shoot the back end. On its way, it's no good. He makes 1 of 2, and Wyoming East comes out of there with it. Under a minute remaining in quarter number 1. Lambert off a screen. Lambert into the lane, tacks the basket, lays it up and in.
Beautiful.
Great explosion once he turned the corner, the way he got to the rim and finished the play, Eric.
And way to finish it with the right. Sometimes when you're on that left, I think he would have gotten it blocked if he tried it with the left, and it was great to get it up quick off the glass.
Collins with it now. Joyce puts it on the deck, gets into it, and I think he traveled, and he did. He took a little extra step.
As we're going to watch the Lambert drive here.
Yeah, this is such a great play by Lambert. And watch the ball screen.
Watch how he finishes
right there
with his right.
Yes, but when he turned the corner, he took it to another level, under control, as you said, and finished with the bucket. Back the other way comes Wyoming East. Here's Collins with the steal. Oh, he couldn't quite maintain it as he thought he had the steal, and he loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to Wyoming East.
You can see the speed of Collins right there on the overplay.
I bet he was a football player.
Yeah, pretty good one I hear.
I didn't get an opportunity to watch Princeton this season, but I can imagine he looked like it right there. So here's the last shot time for Wyoming East, the final 12 seconds of the quarter. Lambert into the lane. Lambert puts up the shot. It goes, and he's fouled. Lambert doing work, and he's had an excellent first quarter.
Yeah, the only thing that Lambert's slipping on right now is his free throws, as he has a chance for the and one as they cut it to 3. And that's the 15th foul on Princeton, as the fouls are starting to add up.
Lambert cannot polish off the three-point play. And Cochran into the lineup now. 5 seconds left for the quarter. I'm not sure Princeton knows it. Fleming does. He'll let it go ahead of the buzzer, and it's just short. And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. An excellent played first quarter. At the end of one, it's Princeton 17, Wyoming East 14. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Headed to the second quarter, Princeton will have the first possession. And, Eric, what a good first quarter we had, 17-14. And Princeton will get first crack at it here in the second quarter. But a very good, well-played first quarter by both teams. Wyoming East now playing a little zone. Fleming with a nice pass to Cochran. Cochran slid in behind the zone, catches the pass, shoots, scores, and Princeton extends their lead to 5.
Yeah, and a great way to attack the zone right there is unforced error here by Wyoming East. That's not going to make any coach happy. Defensive pressure wasn't even there, and they just threw the ball away.
So on the turnover, Princeton will get it back. Like I said, Cochran, eventually, Eric, you figure he's going to be a starter for Princeton. He's coming off an injury. He's missed a couple of games. He's only been back for, the coach told me, like a handful of games, and they're trying to acclimate him a little bit at a time. And obviously that's the right thing to do. And coming off the bench, a big plug for Princeton. Here's the three ball by Joyce. Not there, and Cochran had it for a minute. Fleming had it, and Lambert takes it away. Wyoming East on the attack. Lambert throws the ball, and once again another unforced error. Wyoming East,
unforced error. 2
possessions, 2 turnovers. Not even a minute into the second quarter, and Wyoming East turns it over twice. Yeah, he was wanting to shoot before he caught it, and he took his eye off the ball. Wyoming East.
2 games, and we saw both of those.
That was Huff. So here's Joyce getting the ball to Cochran. Collins now. Cochran with a nice pass on the back door. Joyce couldn't hit the little short shot right of the lane. Back the other way we come with Wyoming East. Lambert, 15-footer from the left elbow, no good. Long rebound is out, and we got a foul. Foul's going to be against Wyoming East.
They're going to whistle Lambert for getting his hand caught in that old cookie jar. And if it is on Lambert, that'll be his second, and that's big for Wyoming East because he's your primary ball handler, and you don't need him in foul trouble.
So Princeton will have the ball on the Wyoming East foul. Collins with it, trying to get the ball down low to Fleming. And now they go on the other side. There's a short fadeaway. Shot's blocked. And we got a foul on the rebound.
That's going to be whistled on Johnson, I think.
That was Sarton.
Joyce, I mean.
That was Sarton who put the shot up, had his shot blocked.
Yeah, they're going to whistle Joyce for his. That's his first. And this is big with 6-12, of course, as you see on your screen in the first half. Every foul from here on out, you shoot free throws if you're Wyoming East. So.
Yeah, and traditionally, and even though Wyoming East has missed some free throws already, but they're still a team you don't want to, live at the line.
Yeah, but I think I would start attacking. I mean,
right.
Put some pressure on this defense and that's what happens when if you're a cerebral basketball player. Don't settle for the jump shot. Try to get to that free throw line.
They get the ball down low to Howard. Howard puts the short shot up a little too strong. Fleming comes out of there with it. Fleming handles the ball really well for a big man coast to coast and draws a foul. I really like Fleming's game.
Yeah, Fleming, he has a lot of his offensive tool bag for sure. And he gets to the line where he is 2 of 2 on the afternoon.
But, Eric, what I like about him, he can back you up in the post, or he can go off the dribble as he did right there to get to the rim, and now he'll get to the foul line.
And he can also spot up and hit the three usually when they kick it out to him. If he's wherever he is in offense, he's capable of scoring.
And the free throw is good, hit the front of the rim, just enough soft touch on it to go over the top of the rim.
Well, it had that good rotation on it, and it rolled forward instead of backwards.
So Fleming, I guess he's approaching double figures now. Yeah,
this next shot could possibly put him at the 10-point mark.
And it in and out, no good. You jinxed him again. I'm gonna put that on you instead of me.
Yeah. I'll take it all.
Here is Mitchell, a good take right of the lane. Mitchell, Wyoming East leading score with the finish.
And that's Garrett Mitchell's first points of the day. So if you're Wyoming East, you're down 4 in your top 2 scorers, and that was the first bucket. You're in good shape right now. And the pace of the game actually is kind of in your favor.
Yeah, Mitchell came in going into yesterday's game averaging 20. He got held way below that, and as you mentioned, his first 2 points here tonight. Now they go in the post. Fleming backs his way in, head shoulder fake, fall away, nice soft touch. Really nothing Howard can do about that.
Yeah, good defense. Was able to stay vertical and not foul, but Fleming's offensive tools.
Yeah, and I think Howard's a really good defender, but he just couldn't handle Fleming in the post. Here's Danielson for Wyoming East. Howard had it for a minute, and Cochran comes out of there with it now. Sarton with it. Leaves it for Fleming. Joyce on the drive. Joyce through the contact, puts up the short shot. Cochran cleans the board and puts it back up and in. Good, strong rebound by Cochran.
And that's what he can add to the mix of offensive players that Princeton has. They have someone that can clean the glass in Cochran and Fleming.
I'm trying to really put pressure on Wyoming East. Now there's a foul, and that will get Wyoming East to the line. As we mentioned, they're over the limit. So with 4:17 for the half, Wyoming East will get to the line for the 1-and-1.
And that's going to be the second foul on Stover.
So Huff will shoot the 1-and-1 for Wyoming East. Huff is a 6'2 junior, came in averaging 9 a game. He'll shoot 1-and-1. Free throws no good. That's another thing. Wyoming East normally shoots free throws pretty good, but they haven't quite been on their A game from the line. And there's Fleming with the finish. Biggest lead of the game right here. And Fleming having quite a first half for Princeton.
And you're right. To go back to what you said, Wyoming East
there's a steal, and Joyce with the finish. And Wyoming East needs a timeout, but I think Coach Brooks is going to see if they're going to play through it. Biggest lead of the game is here. I beg your pardon, I didn't mean to cut you off there when you was getting ready to say about the free throw shooting.
About the free throw shooting, yeah, to miss a 1-and-1. And, wow, Jacob Howard, everything he does is usually a big-time play to stop something. Get a rebound, score a point to stop the bleeding right there on that run.
Yeah, much-needed 3, and now Fleming trying to answer on the other end. Can't back iron, but the long rebound. Good hustle there by Stover and Princeton. Stover back the other way, the little flip shot, no good. Fleming, head shoulder fake, goes up and scores. Fleming having quite a first half for Princeton. Yeah, this is a very good Princeton team that I think is going to get better, and I think they're going to make some noise, I think, in the section and in the region.
Yeah, that's the 13th point in the first half for Fleming, so he has 13 of the 30.
Mitchell, and he's fouled on the drive, but it's 1-and-1, so Mitchell will get to the line.
Yeah, I think they're going to whistle that on Sarton.
But if you're Wyoming East, and we talked about, Eric, as good as you normally are from the line, you're in the bonus. You've got to cash in at the line.
Yeah, and I think right now the depth of Princeton, where Wyoming East is only playing six or seven kids, it's really wearing on Wyoming East.
So it'll be Garrett Mitchell. He entered yesterday's game is their Wyoming East leading score at 20 a game. He's held well below that yesterday, and of course he's nowhere near that, even half of that here in the first half, as he makes the front end of the 1-and-1, so he'll get another opportunity, the bonus shot.
Yeah, that's Garrett Mitchell's third point of the contest.
Mitchell's second free throw, he got them both.
Both of those look great.
And gets the deficit to single digits. It's been a good game. Glad you're with us here streaming live on Video Productions. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. There's a drive right of the lane. Good. Nice finish by Hancock. Putting the pressure on Lambert in the backcourt. Wyoming needs to break the pressure. Lambert on the drive. And now they're going to call a foul. It's going to be offensive foul.
And this is decision time with 2:22 to go. You're going to have to get in your bench to get Lambert out, as that's his third foul of the first half.
Yeah, and they'll put in Cooper. So Cooper will check in, and Lambert, you got to figure, as you stated, Eric, with 2:22 left in the half, you got to think that Lambert is done as we watch the replay.
And that was great heads-up defense, the right call. Great play by Princeton. Great recognition of him being a little out of control right there.
And, Eric, if everybody had the view on the video, the replay like we did, everybody could be a referee, right? That's why it's so tough to be one, and good job by the referees. They were spot on with that call. And there's a travel and a turnover. It'll go back to Wyoming East. So Wyoming East will have it after the Princeton turnover on the travel. Princeton will extend the pressure. And got a steal, Stover. Joyce in the lane, little floater's good.
Chris Joyce does a good job of elevating when he gets in the lane.
Open up the 13-point lead. Fleming with a partial steal. Joyce, Hancock, right side, too strong. Battle for the rebound. And we're going to have a Princeton foul. And we'll walk the other end, and it'll be 1-and-1 time for Jackson Danielson. He will shoot the 1-and-1 for Wyoming East.
They're going to whistle that on Reed Thomas, his first, team's ninth.
So with 1:42 left in the half, you have just one foul away of being the double bonus. So it'll be 1-and-1 time for Danielson as we'll walk the length of the floor. And Danielson will step up to the line for Wyoming East. Watson will check into the lineup. Jarrett Watson in for Princeton. And Danielson at the free throw line, 1 plus the bonus. And he missed that one way off, but Wyoming East able to get the offensive rebound. And if you're Princeton, what you don't want to do is foul, and they don't. It's going to be a held ball.
And it's possession, Wyoming East.
Yep, it'll stay with Wyoming East. So Edwards will check into Princeton's scheme of things. Princeton, as you mentioned, Eric, really deeper. They've been going deeper into their bench. They played 10 guys here already this afternoon. And Wyoming East turns it over.
Princeton's really attacking the basket now.
Bodies falling everywhere, over everybody. And here's Wyoming East coming out of there with it. Mitchell with it.
As you can see with Cole Lambert not on the floor, offense really struggles to really get into any kind of sets.
Right. You're exactly right, Eric. You can see that without Lambert on the floor. Mitchell with a nice pass to Danielson for the easy layup.
Yeah, if you're Coach Derek Brooks, you're trying to survive this next minute without getting the deficit too much, without Cole Lambert on the floor.
Here's a drive by Hancock and a lot of contact, and he'll draw the foul.
Yep.
As we watch this last play that Wyoming East.
And it was a great job by Garrett Mitchell creating some offense, and what I mean by that, drawing 4 defenders
and then
as he deals it.
The easy lay down for the easy bucket.
Good recognition there.
So Hancock will shoot 2 for Princeton. Chase Hancock ready for his free throw, up and in.
Yeah, he's 2 of 3 from the stripe.
And here comes the back end of the two-shot opportunity on its way. It's not there. He makes one of two. And here's Wyoming East with it. Princeton putting on the pressure. If you're Princeton, you don't want to foul because you'd be in the double bonus. And there's a steal by Princeton. Here's Edwards, one-on-one, tacks the basket, lays it up and in. That's a tremendous play by Edwards. Here comes Wyoming East. And Edwards right there with another steal. Biggest lead of the game is right here. Edwards flies down the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Wyoming East has it. Last shot time for the Warriors here to end the half. Maybe, if they can get it across the midcourt stripe, and there's a foul. If you're Princeton, what you didn't want to do, because Mitchell is such a good free throw shooter, that's like giving him 2 points right there.
Yeah, it is. Right here, Maris, we can see what a great steal. You know what I love about this attack by Edwards? He got into the chest of the defender and really got it up off the glass. Good-looking play.
So Mitchell will get 2 shots as they're in the double bonus, and he's a very good free throw shooter. And I don't think I can even jinx him on that. He's such a good free throw shooter. But if you're Princeton, you're like, wow, you hate the foul, 50 feet away from the basket and pretty much giving Wyoming East 2 points. And the next free throw is good. He got them both. Last shot time for Princeton with 6.7 left in the half. Here it is. Will they get the shot off of time? Edwards hit before the buzzer. It's short. And we'll go to break with Princeton leading 37-25. So at halftime of this Pepsi Championship in the Little General Battle for the Armory, it's Princeton 37, Wyoming East 25. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll have numbers of the first half as you're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory, the Pepsi title game, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99, or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center, where this is the Pepsi Division title game here at the Little General Battle for the Armory. I'm glad that you are watching here, streaming live on Video Productions. And at halftime, Princeton with a 12-point advantage, 37-25. Princeton led by 3, 17-14 at the quarter. And as you can see, a 12-point advantage now. But, Eric, you have some of the key numbers for the team and individual numbers of that first half.
Yes, and the score reflects 37-25, and the score reflects Princeton's dominance a little bit as far as they were able to get up 29 shots, making 15 of them. So that's 51%, almost 52% from the field, and they were able to create 11 turnovers for Wyoming East. And Wyoming East's problem hasn't been shooting, it's been the lack thereof shots. They were only able to get 18 shots up, Maris. They made 9 of them, which is 50%. But where they've really been good at the free throw line, they're right now 6 for 11 at the free throw line. And then to have any chance, they have to really knock down free throws. And one of them being a 1-and-1, front end of a 1-and-1. Leading the way scoring right now for Princeton is Nick Fleming with 15. And right behind him is Chris Joyce with 9 points. And for Wyoming East, Cole Lambert got into foul trouble, and this is when it ballooned up a little bit with him off of the floor. He leads the way with 8 points, and Jacob Howard has 7, and Garrett Mitchell has 6 for Wyoming East.
And, I think both of these teams will obviously grow and get better in their respective classes, but I really think Princeton, once Cochran really comes back and is full part of the team, because I think Princeton's got a lot of weapons. I think Fleming's a really good player. Hancock's a good player. Joyce a good player. And those 2 little guards they brought in, which was Edwards and Collins, with excellent speed and defenders. I think Princeton has got a solid team, and they're going to be a tough out when March rolls around.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think they're just building more and more depth, man, with Cochran. Sometimes injuries help you get other players
develop other players,
right. And that's what's happening, and they are – Princeton looks really, really good, really polished. And on the flip side, Cole Lambert has to stay on the floor, but for Wyoming East, they have to be – well, I know Derek Brooks and Herbie, they're not pleased with the score, but they have to be pleased with Cole Lambert on the floor, how they controlled tempo for a quarter and a half, and it kind of got away from him late in that second quarter.
Yeah, I think the first couple minutes of the second half very important for Wyoming East, but we'll go ahead and take a break and get you ready for that second half. It's a 12-point lead for Princeton, 37-25. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory. This is the Pepsi Division Championship game, streaming live on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. As Wyoming East back on the floor, Princeton will be down momentarily as we get ready to start the second half. Eric, 37-25, the lead for Princeton. So if you are in the locker room with Coach Derek Brooks and his famous father, Herbie Brooks, what do you think you would hear from the Brooks telling their players?
Those 3 possessions with 2 unforced errors early in the second quarter, and then Cole Lambert getting into foul trouble really led to this deficit. So they're going to really have to find a way to protect the basketball and attack the pressure with better results that Princeton's given.
And if you were a fly on the wall in the Princeton locker room, what might you hear?
Hey, keep attacking, fellas. Offensively, I think that we have a little more size, and let's just keep doing what we're doing because it's worked to perfection in the first half.
So 37-25, a 12-point lead. The biggest lead in that first half was 14 at 37-23. Of course, the leading scorers in the first half for Princeton was Nick Fleming with 15. And for Wyoming East, it was Cole Lambert with 8. But as Eric stated, it really took Wyoming East out of what they like to do once he got in foul trouble. And even though he was the leading scorer, he's got 8 points, but he's got 3 fouls.
Yeah, and that was the difference in the game, I think, Maris. That changed the tide of the game. Princeton was, it was going back and forth and a little, and once Princeton, Cole Lambert, got into foul trouble, that really, really took their primary ball handler off the court for Wyoming East.
No question, Eric. If you're Wyoming East, you can't let this 12-point lead go to 16, 18, balloon out hand. I think the first 2 minutes of the second half, I think is very, very important, is if Wyoming East is going to make a real run and really push Princeton.
Yeah, you're exactly right. These first couple possessions, you really have to, protect the basketball if you're Wyoming East and get into your offense and find a way to get some stops defensively.
So we're ready to start the second half. Princeton will have the first possession, and Princeton a little late coming down from their locker room up in the tunnel, and now we're ready to roll. So it'll be Hancock to put the ball in play for the Princeton Tigers. Biggest lead of the first half was 14. It's 12 now as we start the third quarter. Wyoming East want to come out and play man-to-man. Here's Stover on the drive. They cut him off. Trying to get the ball to Fleming inside. Here's Sarton dialing up a 3 and hits. Just like that, biggest lead of the game here at 15. Wyoming East, turnover right to me. So if you're Princeton, you come out of the locker room, you dial up a 3, and then you get a turnover.
Yeah, and exactly what you stated. Not what the doctor ordered for Wyoming East coming right out of halftime.
Nice drive, and there's going to be a foul on Wyoming East as Hancock went hard to the basket, and he'll get to the line. And like I said, the first couple of minutes, and if you're Wyoming East, you can't let the game get away from you here in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
And that's going to be whistled on Bryson Huff. That'll be his second and the team's first of the second half. And you have 2 shots here
for Hancock.
For Hancock, who is 2 of 4.
Now 2 of 5 as he hits the front end.
Misses the front of the 2.
Yep, as he hits the front of the rim is what I meant to say.
There you go.
As many games as we do, Eric, is, we've already done 1. We got this one, we got 2 more. And we definitely enjoy it, but at times, a lot of these games do run all together. A lot of things run all together. So I think I say everything's in between my ears except for what isn't. So 1 of 2 is made, and the lead is now the biggest of the ball game for Princeton at 16 at 41-25. Here's Howard with a shot right of the lane, no good. Stover clears it. And Princeton on the move. Stover coast to coast and finish. Nobody stopped the ball for Wyoming East. And just what I said a minute ago, now the lead is up to 18.
And the thing with Stover being the point guard and Lambert with 3 points, it's real hard for him to be too aggressive defensively if he wants to stay on the court.
A quick 6-0 run out of the locker room for Princeton has ballooned this lead. And here's a steal.
That's 2 turnovers in 3 possessions.
Hancock with it. They cut him off. He whips a pass down low. Stover, nice lead right of the lane. Fleming, and a timeout. And the biggest lead of the game, and that's what I talked about. ballooning up to 20, and that's what it is right now. A full timeout, we'll take it with them. 20-point lead for Princeton. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory here on Video Productions.
We know that seasons changed, but here at Window World, we work every season. We have good news. Window World can replace those old drafty windows with new energy-efficient windows, and that will save you on those high energy bills. Window World also has entry doors made with unsurpassed quality, plus our easy financing with our no interest for 18 months. Visit our showroom or call us for that free estimate at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
A minute and a half into the second half, Eric, and what Wyoming East didn't want have happen has happened. An 8-0 Princeton run, and from a 12-point halftime lead now to a 20-point lead right here, biggest lead of the game.
And now the Princeton's defense is like sharks in the water that see some blood mares. They're really going after it, real tenacious, and getting the ball out of Cole Lambert's hands.
They've really been good ball defenders. Here's Lambert, and this one is tipped around, and it's stolen by Princeton.
Active hands, great pass up the court.
Sarton on the finish right of the lane, up and in.
Great assist, great look.
A 10-0 run for Princeton out of the locker room has blown this game open from a 12-point lead to a 22-point lead.
And Cohen Sarton has 5 of the 10 coming out of halftime with a big 3 in that finish.
Mitchell will draw the foul, and he'll step up to the line to shoot a pair.
We're going to see the finish here in between plays as Sarton catches it. And nice.
That was a nice, though, pass. Usually when you throw a pass that long, that's the hardest ones to connect on.
Yeah, it was a great completion.
And Sarton with good hands able to catch, shoot, and score as Mitchell makes the front end of the two-shot opportunity.
Mitchell was a perfect 5 of 5 at the free throw line.
That breaks a 10-0 run by Princeton with that made free throw. Mitchell now shoot the back end of the two-shot opportunity on its way is good. He got them both. And here's Princeton on the attack. Joyce with it now. Off a ball screen. Attacks the basket. Flips it up off the window and in. Nice job by Joyce. Solid player.
Very solid. If I'm not mistaken, I think I've read where he signed it to play at West Virginia Wesleyan on the next level.
I could see where he'd be a college player as Lambert turns it over. That's what I'm saying. When I look at this Princeton team, and I'll tell you what, it just shows you how good Greenbrier East is, because we saw East beat Beckley here in Beckley, and then East went to Princeton and beat Princeton. And East has got not just 2 wins, but 2 wins within the section in the region on the road. They get the ball down low. Sarton, he spins up underneath, puts up the short shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. Princeton has it. Sarton has it now. They cut him off, and they'll throw the ball out, and Princeton will maintain the possession. Stover, 15-footer, banks it in. The Pioneer Community Bank. That's community when you bank it from the top of the lane. And biggest lead of the game is right here at 51-27. Mitchell with it. Off the window, short, no good. And Princeton out of there with the rebound. Joyce will dial it up from distance, and that's an air ball, and it'll be out to Wyoming East.
Yeah, I think Joyce got a little too overzealous right there. That was a heat check.
Well, you know, Eric, we're almost halfway through this quarter, and Wyoming East has only got 2 points, and both from the line. They haven't made a field goal yet.
And I was going to state that Garrett Mitchell really hasn't gotten anything going offensively just at the free throw line. He has 1 bucket in the game, 1-2 in the second quarter, and the rest have been free throws.
Devon Edwards into the game for Princeton. Boy, he's a real spark plug. And also into the ball game for Princeton is Dom Collins. Both of these fine guards are very electric, very athletic. They're not very big, but boy, are they quick.
Yeah, they create a lot of chaos with their speed, quick hands.
Yeah, because it's hard to get in front of them, like I said, with the speed that they have. But Coach Williams has done a good job. As like I said, he's brought 10 players and 10 have played, and they've pretty much all played well.
Yeah, a lot of interchangeable parts, a good deep team.
Yeah, look at that behind the back, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. But that was a nice play, that behind the back dribble that time by Edwards. So Princeton will have the ball. Sarton will put it in play right there in front of their own bench. This is the championship game of the Pepsi division. And the 6 o'clock game will go to the Burger King division as there's a 3-ball hit by Edwards.
When things are going good, they're going good offensively as Edwards makes it rain from the key.
Yeah, big quarter for Princeton. And Wyoming, like I said, yet to get a field goal, and there's a foul. And they'll try to get points, but it'll come from the line.
As we look at this instant replay here. Yep, you back off, hand down, man down, pow.
And that would have been good from the college three-point line.
As
you're watching, if you're confused what the three lines are, you have the white line's the high school line, the middle black line is the women's college three-point line, and, of course, the furthest black line out is the college men's three-point line. So that can be a little confusing as both free throws are made. But here we are, like I said, more than halfway into this third quarter, and Wyoming East just has 4 free throws. They have no field goals. Here's Fleming with it. Sarton's had a really good game. Like I said, really all of Princeton's players that have played here in this game have had a good game. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Princeton.
Yeah, a lot of complimentary players. They seem to really share the basketball and in tune with one another. This Princeton team's right down playing like a well-oiled machine early.
So Cochran will inbound. Like I said, 6-1. Their only loss, a home loss to Greenbrier East. They get the ball into Cochran. Cochran fakes, spins up and under. Nice move and a great finish by Cochran. Well, that was a nice move, wasn't it, Eric?
Yeah, that was looked like Kevin McHale with the old Boston Celtics with the up and under.
Yep. And just the one thing, I think if you can take anything away just as we watch this replay, like I said, look at the position he has in the lane.
Nice fake up and under.
Under, finish off the window and in. But Wyoming East, I think the biggest thing I can take away is they really weren't able to handle Princeton's pressure in this game.
Yeah, the pressure is really wore down Cole Lambert, and once he got his third foul, it's kind of been a kickball that they missed.
Yep, it was definitely kicked, and no whistle. We'll play on.
Is that when Cole got the third foul, and it really got out of hand late in the second quarter.
And on that kickball, players from both teams stopped because everybody saw it, but the ones that count. And there's the first field goal of this second half for Wyoming East.
And that's Huff on the runner.
Here's a little floater right of the lane, no good. Cochran with the tip, it doesn't go. And Lambert has it now for Wyoming East. Final 2 minutes of quarter number 3. Lambert on the drive. We got a whistle and a foul on the drive. So it'll be Wyoming East ball. Will take it out up under their own basket. It was 17-14 Princeton at the end of the quarter, and we had a really good game going. Even at 12 points, 37-25 at the half, but Princeton has exploded in this third quarter to open up this lead of 56-31. There's a 3, which is short. That 3 was taken by Edwards, and we have a foul.
I think they're going to whistle that on Fleming. Maybe his second. Oh, his third.
Joyce will come back into the game. Fleming will have a seat. Hancock back in the game. Sarton will have a seat. But one thing you alluded to back in the pregame, and I think it's come to show the depth of Princeton. Like I said, they've brought 10 players, they've played them, and all of them have really done a good job.
Yeah, they get contributions out of everyone that they sub in.
Here's Wyoming East, Howard with it. Now we've got a whistle and got a charge on Wyoming East.
This is the second player control Princeton has been able to induce after the pass.
I like that big word, induce. I think you used that once in football. That's like it's like a $35 word, isn't it?
Nah, that was my $20 word.
$20 word. Uh-oh, that means you got more.
I have more.
You got more tools in your tool bucket, right?
That's right.
Here's Cochran with it. Looking for a cutter. Joyce says, I'll take it, get into the lane, put up the short shot, back iron, no good. Offensive putback by Reed Thomas is no good. Good hustle. They fight for the ball. It's loose. Still loose. And what do we got? We got a whistle.
I think we got a timeout.
And, that's the one thing, Eric, that I really hate. When you got players down on the floor fight for a loose ball and you have a coach that can call a timeout. Now they've got a little separation among players. And I think it was Wyoming East that called the timeout. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I think that was on Jackson Donaldson probably called the timeout.
It's going to be Wyoming East's ball. But it didn't look like anybody had the possession to me. Not unless they actually called it a held ball and the arrow's in Wyoming East's favor. But nevertheless, the Warriors.
I think that's what they did.
Nevertheless, the Warriors are going to have the ball.
Yeah, because they didn't put a foul up on the
or a foul or a timeout, right? So now it'll be and now say they split the arrow. So that was what it did. They called a held ball and it was in Wyoming East's favor. So what? No timeout. Back the other way. The Warriors come and they turn it over. Joyce in the middle of the floor over to Hancock. And Hancock will back it back out. Final 40 seconds of the third. And Princeton up big. 17-footer from the right side is no good. And right into the hands of Reed Thomas, who finishes.
It just seems like all the bounces and everything's going right for the Princeton Tigers at the moment.
Biggest lead of the game right here as we play the final 20 seconds of the third. And there's a reach-in foul. Going to be against Chase Hancock. That'll be out of bounds up under their basket for Wyoming East.
Got a lot of the hand on the reach-in. His first, though, and fifth of the half.
Fleming will check back into the lineup. Fleming's got 3 fouls. That's why it's kind of surprised me, Eric, with 17.8 seconds for the quarter that you bring Fleming in with 3 because you don't want him to get, you might want to bring him back to start the fourth, but obviously Coach Williams knows his team better than I do.
And Fleming's leading all scorers with 17 points.
Here's Huff with a floater, no good. Offensive rebound by Huff, puts up the shot. Battle for the loose ball, Cochran's got it. 4 seconds left in the quarter. Will they get a shot off? They will by Thomas. Count it if it goes, and it doesn't go, and that's the end of the third quarter. The end of 3, it's Princeton 58, Wyoming East 31. You're watching the Little General Battle for the Armory, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
And we're going to the fourth quarter here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. The championship game of the Pepsi division, and as we start the fourth quarter, it'll be Princeton with first crack at it, Eric.
Wyoming East has to get back in this game. It's got to be defensively with some stops.
I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Andrew Boland doing a great job producing and directing. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, on camera as Joyce delivers a shot from the top of the key. But Eric, quite frankly, I thought the game would be a little closer, but Princeton has just really pulled away in this second half. There's an and one as Danielson able to get the hoop and the harm, and he will try to polish off a three-point play.
And that's going to be on Cochran, his second.
But I really do think, as you had stated, the deep bench and every one of them that played has contributed in their own way and done the role. I think that was, and the defense that Princeton has played was allowed them to pull away.
Yeah, their defense has been excellent, on-ball defense, and able to run, trap a little bit, and get the ball out of Cole Lambert's hands. And I think that's been the difference in this game.
Another thing, I think this Princeton team is very athletic. Joyce will dial up a three. It's short. Danielson clears the rebound for Wyoming East. Lambert will have it. Huff with it now. And there's a foul, and Princeton is now over the limit. So it'll be free throw time the rest of the way for Wyoming East.
Yep, 1-1.
So basically, almost the whole quarter, we're just a minute and 12 into the fourth quarter.
And this is where they have to take advantage.
Well, this is how you try to cut the gap. I don't know if you could ever say maybe get back into the game, but at least, try to cut the lead to try to have a chance maybe to make a run as both free throws are made by Huff. 25-point lead for Princeton. Of course, Princeton doesn't seem to be and really doesn't need to be in any hurry here. Fleming down low just backs his way in and puts up the shot. Wyoming East really has no answer for Fleming and have had no answer for Fleming.
Yeah, Fleming at 19 points.
Fleming came into yesterday's game averaging 17, and he has 19 now, so 2 above his average, and he's a real solid player.
Yeah, he is. And like you said, he can score it anyway. Back you in. You put a guard on him, size-wise, he's going to back you up. And big, he's going to extend the offense, and he can shoot the three.
Lambert at the line. If you're Princeton, of course, what you don't want, and I don't think anybody wants, maybe Wyoming East, with 6:21 left in the game, with all these, you don't want to keep fouling Wyoming East because every foul puts them at the line and just have them shooting free throws. You got to make them earn it, as Lambert does make both. So if you're Princeton, maybe there's still a lot of time left, and you don't want to hold the ball. You want to go through your regular offense. But let's see if they do elect maybe through the regular offense pull some time off the clock. Fleming now, he's going to launch a 3-ball straight away, deliver a 3-ball.
Just a good-looking shot, good-looking player.
22 points for the game for Fleming. And he has been outstanding. That's 5 above his average at 17. But if you're Princeton, you want to play good defense. You don't want to foul. Here's a 3-ball into the corner, is no good. And we've got a held ball. The arrow will keep it with Wyoming East.
And let's watch this replay on this 3 from the top of the key right here. Fleming just catches it nice and comfortable and lets it fly.
I dare you to shoot it. And he's like, okay, splash down. Right down the chute. Got 2 more games that will follow this in the Burger King division at 6 o'clock. The Oak Hill Red Devils and Calvary Baptist. There's a floater into the lane by Lambert. And then the championship game, the final game of this event for the Burger King title, the Beckley Flying Eagles, trying to get even at 500. They're 1-2, taking on James Monroe. I'm looking forward to calling both of the evening games. They get the ball inside, and there's a turnover. Wyoming East turns them over. So, I guess if, Eric, I think you would agree, if you're Wyoming East and you're Coach Brooks, what you want to see from your team is just forget the score, continue to play hard, finish the game strong.
Yeah, good possessions.
And what do we got? We've got a held ball. The arrow will be in Princeton's favor as Princeton will go wholesale changes 5 for 5. We saw this in the earlier game with Charleston Catholic going 5 for 5, and now we see it in this game, and it's something that's very rare, but with the way the basketball has changed so much, with not, the mid-range game is almost gone. Everybody's shooting threes now.
Yes.
So now the substitution patterns have all kind of changed too.
Yeah, you can have all 5 guards out there. Spread the floor and shoot it.
So here's Princeton with it. Run a little weave, maybe run a little clock here. Coming up on the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Sarton into the lane. Stover will dial up a 3 and hit it. That's good stuff. You penetrate, you draw the defenders to you, and then you find the spot-up shooter, and Stover knocks it down.
Yeah, they've knocked down a lot of open looks today.
Yeah, this has been a good win for Princeton. I mean, doesn't matter who you're playing, and I think maybe Wyoming East might have been attached overmatched here today, but still Princeton has played well. There's a foul. Is going in hard. And that was it was a hard foul, but it was a clean foul. I don't think there was any intent in that.
Yeah, let's look at the replay on the 3 from the corner. Good spacing, nice kick.
Stover able to spot up and knock down the 3. So it'll be Jarrett Watson at the line. He'll shoot 2 for Princeton. First one is on its way and good. Watson now to shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity, and it's also good. So this game got away from Wyoming East in the first minute and a half of the second half, Eric, when it was a 12-point lead and it ballooned to 20. As Danielson puts up a shot that's no good, it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors.
Yeah, it did, and all that. A lot of that was attributed to Cole Lambert going out of the game with his 3rd foul.
And Lambert will dial up a 3 from the corner, a little strong. The ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll go over to Princeton. Well, we got a big week of basketball next week starting on Tuesday. Tuesday, January the 3rd through Saturday, January 7th, the New River Community and Technical College Invitational. As there's a offensive foul. Video Productions will have each and every game next week. Starting Tuesday, the first game's at 5 o'clock, and we'll run all the way to the title game, the very last game, on Saturday. So, Eric, you and I will be a big part of that, as our crew is, and we look forward to that next week. And we'll see a lot of teams that we wouldn't ordinarily see or ordinarily cover. We'll get an opportunity to see next week.
And that's what I like about that tournament. Tournament director Mike Green does a good job of bringing in a lot of different teams to the area that we get to see.
Howard missed the first shot, got his own rebound, draws the foul. But, yeah, I have the schedule here, and just to name some of the teams that will be participating in next week, you've got Richwood, Liberty, Webster County, Oak Hill. These are boys' teams. Shady will be back from Florida, where I know they're playing their 3rd game. They lost their first one in Florida. They won their 2nd one. So Shady will be here. We'll see Princeton will be here next week. Howard makes 1 of 2. We'll have Greenbrier West and Independence boys. We'll have, of course, Beckley boys and girls. We'll have Greenbrier East boys. We'll have Huntington girls, Wheeling Park girls. So Pikeview in it as well. How about that? Watson with a 2-hand jam right to the front of the rim and a flush as he throws it down. Well, he had some hops there, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a surprising drive to and finish.
So, Eric, everybody here, once they get through this week and then really next week, they kind of settle into, I guess, their regular portion of their schedule throughout January and February.
The tournament version of it will be over, and a lot of teams will get after it a couple of days, couple of nights a week.
And here's a turnover by Wyoming East. Princeton out of there with it.
I'm excited to see who you mentioned, the Wheeling Park girls. I've had a chance to, where you and I do a lot of girls basketball now as Chase Hancock gets the tap. University of Morgantown have all been knocking one another out early on this year in the early season, and only 2 of those teams can make it to the state tournament.
Well, the thing about that, Eric, as you said too, as far as the Beckley girls team is concerned, is here's Wyoming East with it. and they throw it away. But here's a chance for Beckley to play a team like Wheeling Park, who they normally would never play.
That's right.
Or haven't played, as we watch that last replay, that last play right here. This is the dunk there by Watson. But what I was going to say is this gives Beckley, and same way for Wheeling Park as well, it gives both of those teams a chance to play somebody who you might see in the postseason. There's an offensive foul on the drive.
Yes.
But it gives both teams an opportunity to perhaps to play somebody who you may play in Charleston to give you a more idea. It's one thing to scout them. It's another thing to be up close and personal to actually play them.
Yep, you're exactly right, and that's why these games, that's good that these teams get into these tournaments. I mean, you never know what the future holds as far as the basketball tournament seeding. That can help you with seeding as well.
Right. And that's why, sometimes I think just like in these college bowl games, it's good because sometimes you have matchups of teams, as Wyoming East turns it over, teams that you would never play normally, in a regular season, that you get a chance. Basketball's that way too, like I said, to be able to play some of these teams that perhaps you might see in Charleston. There's Hancock dialing up a three. It's no good. Stover, though, with the offensive rebound. We approach the final minute coming up. Hancock has it now. But Princeton, as Hancock finishes, Princeton pulled away. They were up 12 at halftime, and they really pulled away in the first about minute and a half of that third quarter to really get a lot of distance between them and Wyoming East. And Princeton's going to go to 7-1, and Wyoming East is going to suffer their first loss of the year.
Yeah, and Wyoming East has a lot to build on, I think, though. Princeton's just a really, really, really tough opponent.
Well, the one thing about it is, you'd never want to be – you don't want to let – basketball has so many games to play. You never want to let one game be too high or too low, especially over a loss like this. And I'm sure the coaching staff at Wyoming East won't allow a loss like this to hamper them moving forward. The thing about basketball, it's not like football where you got to wait another week to play. Normally you're back at it – you're back in the gym the next day. You're back at it in a couple of days of playing another game. Final 40 seconds of this one, and Princeton closing in on the Pepsi Division title here at the Battle for the Armory as Sarton backs in and scores. Final 30 seconds. Wyoming East with a bucket. The ball just kind of hung on the iron and falls through. So if you're Princeton, you really don't need to really score. You just dribble out the time here, the final 10 seconds. But everybody wants to, get in on the action a little bit, but they can just take it out and dribble it out, and the game will be over. Princeton will win the game. Actually, they're going to shoot a three at the buzzer and hit it. That's like a little insult to injury by shooting a three and making it at the buzzer. So with the basket good, that will put the final score at 81-43. Princeton defeats Wyoming East. Princeton wins the Pepsi Division title, the Battle for the Armory. Princeton is now 7-1. Wyoming East loses the first game of the season. They are 4-1. We'll take a break, come back and recap as you're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center as the Princeton Tigers have defeated Wyoming East by the final score of 81-43. Princeton wins the Pepsi Division title, and Princeton is now 7-1. Wyoming East is now 4-1, the first loss of the season for Wyoming East. And Eric, I know we're getting the numbers totaled, and nice quality win, total team win for Princeton. Princeton played 10 guys, and all of them played really, really well.
Yeah, they just looked in midseason form in this game a little bit. The way they complement one another. They have 10 deep, and the pressure really wore on Wyoming East.
We'll get the numbers in a minute. It was 17-14 Princeton at the end of the quarter, 37-25 at the break, 58-31 after 3. Once again, the final score, 81-43. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll give you those numbers. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory, the PEPSI Championship game, right here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99. Or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Final score, Princeton has defeated Wyoming East 81-43. And Eric, you have the numbers of this Princeton Pepsi Division title championship win.
Yeah, Princeton was able to finish the game, Maris, 33 of 60 from the floor, 6 of 18 from the three-point line, and only turned the ball over 9 times, and that's a winning formula right there. And they had 4 players, as we talked at the top of the game, they have a lot of people that can put the ball in the hoop, and they were led by Nick Fleming with 22. Chris Joyce followed it up with 13. All the usual suspects, Chase Hancock, 12, and Garvin Stover with 10. Wyoming East was only able to get 1 player in 2 double figures, and that was Cole Lambert at 14 as the team shot 13 of 32 from the field, 1 of 6 from three-point line, and 16 of 24 from the free throw line. And here's the big stat, 24 turnovers, and you're not going to beat anyone turning the ball over 24 times.
Well, with the numbers you gave me, you're right. Amazing that Wyoming East turned the ball over as many times as they went to the free throw line. But another big stat that really gets me, that Princeton took 60 shots from the floor and Wyoming East only had 32 shots from the floor. Yeah. I don't think you can beat anybody when a team shoots twice as much, and when you turn the ball over the way Wyoming East did.
And not only did Princeton shoot 60, they shot it very efficiently.
Yeah.
33 of 60, that's That's 58%.
And in high school, I think any coach will live of 6 of 18 downtown, and 9 of 13 at line.
At the line.
And like
That's
you said,
right.
single digits in turnovers. And this was a fast-paced game. So
and it was.
Overall, it's a good quality win for Princeton. We'll take our final break, and we'll come back and wrap this up. Princeton wins the Pepsi Division title. They beat Wyoming East 81-43. You're watching live streaming coverage of the Little General Battle for the Armory here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Here at the Cracker Barrel, home-style food and great value go hand in hand, with favorites like slow-simmered chicken and dumplings starting at $7.99. Or perfectly golden fluffy buttermilk pancakes with your own bottle of warm syrup. Come fill up on favorites without emptying your wallet. Cracker Barrel. Take care now.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Final score, Princeton. They win the Pepsi Division title. They beat Wyoming East 81-43. Princeton is 7-1. Wyoming East has their first loss of the season. They go to 4-1. Eric, your final takes of this Princeton victory.
A well-played game plan installed by Princeton's coach, and they really went after Cole Lambert, Wyoming East primary ball handler, and I really think that caused the turnovers and really put them on the path to victory.
Well, for our crew here at the Raleigh County Convention Center, for our cameraman, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, for Andrew Bolin, who produced and direct, and for Butch Mounts, the executive director and producer of Video Productions, and my partner, Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. It was Princeton beating Wyoming East 81-43. We'll be back at about 5 till 6 for the Burger King Division third place game between Calvary Baptist and Oak Hill. Until then, good night, everybody.